Welcome to WAC All Access. My name is Rachel Vigil. Conference play for men's soccer is here, and that is hard to believe. And sitting in second place in the WAC standings is Grand Canyon. We're now joined by their head coach, Schellas Hyndman. Coach, first of all, congratulations on win number 500. Only 5 coaches in the NCAA history have ever accomplished that feat. What does it mean to join such an accomplished group of coaches?
Thank you very much. That was really special. That was a special moment. It goes back a lot of years, as you know, and a lot of really good players that played for me. We had great schedules, and we found ways of winning, so it really meant a lot to me.
How did you kind of react after the game, knowing that it was win number 500?
Yeah, it's funny because Mike Vaught, our previous athletic director, came to me last spring and said, you're one game away from 500. And I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know about it. But as we got closer to that game, I started thinking more and more about it. And of course, I wanted to get that 500 so I can get it. I can stop thinking about it. But I tell you, it was a fantastic night. We played very well. The team was inspired. I didn't know that they even knew about it, but they were inspired. And then GCU really went out of their way to make it a special evening for myself and my family.
What did they do for you?
Well, they gave a huge presentation with winning the 500, a beautiful artwork with my face on it, and I'm getting ready to put it up in my office now. And of course, they announced it after the game, and all the players were really excited for me.
Awesome. Well, and Coach, WAC starts on Saturday with conference play starting up. You guys sit at 3-2-1, like I mentioned before, but you have 2 losses against top 20 teams in St. Mary's and I believe Virginia Tech. And I mean, what did you really like about your team this non-conference season?
You know what? We intentionally went out and played some of the best teams we could find, and we made a lot of traveling. I thought we had a really, really good match with St. Mary's. They're an outstanding team. And then we had a very, very difficult trip to Virginia Tech. I didn't realize that it was a 4.5-hour flight to Charlotte and a 3.5-hour drive up to Virginia Tech. So we put about 7.5, 8 hours into that travel. And it's no surprise that we weren't able to be at our best. And not to take anything away from them, it was a fantastic game. Winning games make you feel really, really good. And when you don't win a game, you've got to use that as still a learning opportunity. And the game's not really over just because the score's over. You review the game, you look at videos, you talk to players, and you make yourself better. So we got a lot out of that game.
What learning opportunity did you find? What did you tell them after the game?
Well, the first thing was it was my mistake to schedule such a long trip. I don't think I didn't realize how much it was going to take out of us physically. And then we were probably a minute and a half away from going into halftime with a 0-0 score, and we gave away a goal with just a flick on, and we talked a little bit about our shape and that you have to focus on every ball and every play, and you have to not only attack the ball, but you have to have support behind the ball. So those are, I think the best thing is just the learning experience in itself. Now, we would be disappointed if we did it again. So we'll be better and better each time we play.
That is the goal. And Coach, what players have you really seen that have emerged over the last couple of weeks?
I think Tosh Yasada. Tosh has been outstanding. He had an injury last year during preseason that he missed the first 8 weeks. And when he came back, he wasn't really at his best. And he showed a little bit in the spring, a little bit more. But this fall, he's been outstanding. I think he's represented the WAC as player of the game twice, offensive player. So he's done extremely well. And then Esai Easley, one of our center backs, he's only a sophomore. He was hurt last year, but when he did come back, it was when we made our great run to win the conference tournament and get into the NCAA. So Esai has really had a good starting part of the season. And the player that I'm really pleased with is Albert Hilton. And Albert is a player that came to us last year from England, and he wasn't really prepared for the season physically, nor was he prepared for the collegiate soccer. So he got better. He got better in the spring, and this fall he's been outstanding. and we're really pleased with him. So that's just to name a few of the players.
Let's talk about another player that's pretty outstanding, George Tesouris. He was a freshman ranked second nationally in saving percentage. Now a sophomore. Do you feel like he's only continued to get better?
Yeah, and I didn't bring him up because he's playing exactly the way I expected him to play. So, but he's outstanding. I think he's one of the better goalkeepers out there. And without a doubt, in all the years that I've coached in college, he's one of the best goalkeepers I've ever coached. He's a leader. He's very, very good on shot stopping. He's strong. He dominates the box. He's strong in the air. And we made him one of our captains this year because of his leadership qualities.
That's pretty rare as a sophomore, wouldn't you say, Coach?
I would say so, yeah. But, the thing is, George is a unique young man because he had 2 years of military in Cyprus, so he comes in older than really a sophomore or a freshman did last year. So I'm using all those qualities that he has to help our team play better.
Yeah, I think that military school probably helps a little bit with maturity for sure. And then, Coach, Saturday you guys open up at home for Incarnate Word for conference play. What kind of atmosphere are you expecting out of GCU Stadium?
GCU has probably one of the best atmospheres of anywhere in college. So I would think because it's the WAC opener and it's a home game, and this would only be our third home game. So I really do see strong support. The WAC is really the second part of the season. Our out of conference we had 6 games, 4 of them on the road. Try to play some really good teams. Had a real nice win against Oregon State, who's really one of the best teams we've seen all year. And so we're starting our second part of the season. We hope that our students will be there to support us, and we hope that we have a strong performance because right now everybody's 0-0 in the WAC.
And then, Coach, last year you guys went on an incredible run. You guys won the WAC tournament. What will it take this year and in conference play to get back to that point and repeat?
Yeah, I think last year we kind of surprised some teams because even though we were a solid team, we had some ups and downs throughout the year. We turned that all around when we started having games against Utah Valley at home, against Seattle, on the road, and then we also had Air Force at home, and all of a sudden, we went to UNLV, who's also a very strong team. It seemed like the strongest part of our schedule was at the end of the year, and we became very, very difficult to score on. A lot of that was George, but a lot of it was our defense and the team just playing their best soccer at the right time. And if you remember when we went to the WAC tournament, we didn't get scored on. And we were, scoring 1 goal. It's all we needed, and we found ways to hold that win. And I think that's the thing that when I think back to that season, what a great run we made there at the end. And not only winning the WAC, but I think we represented the WAC very well in the NCAA.
Yeah, definitely. I would say so. And are you kind of hoping that your schedule will fall so the toughest teams are at the end again, or you're not looking for that?
Yeah, you know what? I would rather our team get on a steady run and just improve from game to game. What we did last year was really quite remarkable. We just kind of turned an average season into a very good season. But we could have had some hiccups on the way. We could have given up a PK, a soft goal, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. So I'd rather it be the whole season instead of the end of the year.
All right, Coach. Well, we wish you the best of luck, of course, this season, and we'll look forward to seeing you in Colorado Springs in a couple of months, hopefully.
Yes, thank you. That is our goal, as it is everyone else's.
Yeah, very true. All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time again.
You're welcome.
All right. Schellas Hyndman from GCU Men's Soccer for WAC All Access. I'm Rachel Vigil.